The other school districts apparently value their teachers more.
Running the numbers on the teacher shortage to find out what's going on at Buffalo Public Schools, who is leaving, and for what reasons.
It's an issue that impacts everyone.
The mental health crisis in children isn't getting better. Tonight, one thing that could help, but there aren't enough of them.
We want everybody to keep their eye out for it and report it if you see it right now.
A spectacular looking bug with the power to wreck so many crops. Tonight, the order is clear. If you see it, kill it.
Buffalo's Fox 29 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. We begin with unprecedented breaking news this evening. Former President Donald Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home in Palm Beach, Florida was raided and occupied by the FBI. The Associated Press says the search was related to whether the former president took classified information from the White House. The Justice Department started actively investigating after the National Archives discovered classified information within 15 boxes at the Mar-a-Lago estate. The Department of Justice declined to comment on what's happening now. Mr. Trump put out a lengthy message on social media tonight saying the unannounced raid was not necessary since he cooperated with investigators. A developing story in Florida tonight, and we'll have updates throughout this newscast. Now to across the country, school districts scrambling for solutions, concerned they might not have enough teachers come the first day of school. And Western New York is feeling this too. To the Fox Box now, we're running the numbers on the local teacher shortage situation and why some districts are worse off than others. Also tonight, something one Buffalo neighborhood has been waiting years for, an eyesore with a rat problem finally being taken care of. Plus, new information on when Bills fans will get their first true look at the ins and outs of a brand new stadium. But first, after a very warm stretch, a cooling trend. Let's get the Fox First forecast now. Here's meteorologist Scott Hetzko.
Thank you, Michael, and good Monday night, everybody. Our temperature's starting to still stay on the humid side, but drop a little bit. Rain and rumbles out there through the overnight. They're happening now, and by tomorrow morning, 10, 11 o'clock, the temperatures start to drop a little bit. Lower humidity in the future as well. Showers and storms around. They end tomorrow mid-morning, and then goodbye humidity. Fall like air Friday. You will see that big change in temperature in my complete forecast in just a little bit.
Thank you, Scott. Teacher shortages are making headlines across the country. In Texas, a lack of staff is forcing some rural schools to switch to 4-day weeks. Florida is asking veterans with no teaching background to step into classrooms. In Arizona, college students are being allowed to instruct students. Local districts are not being spared this problem. Buffalo Public Schools currently has 138 openings, with the first day of school now about 4 weeks off. And while some districts in our area are really scrambling for teachers, others aren't having the same problems. New at 10, Fox Buffalo's Emily Gersh finds out where the numbers are.
The other school districts apparently value their teachers more.
Buffalo Public Schools currently has 138 teacher openings. 69 teachers have retired and 69 teachers have resigned. President of the Buffalo Teachers Federation, Phil Ramore, says this is the first time the number of retirees has matched the number of teachers who are leaving to go to other school districts. Ramore says it comes down to the salary.
If you know that you have a friend that's making $90,000 while you're making $70,000, and you know that your lifetime earnings are going to be down by at least over $100,000, that's why people are leaving.
Ramore says the starting teacher's salary with a bachelor's degree in Buffalo is about $39,500. And it takes 27 years of teaching to reach a maximum salary of $92,000. By contrast, in the Niagara Falls City School District, the starting teacher's salary with a bachelor's degree is $44,000, and it takes only 17 years to reach a maximum salary of $95,000, and more if you have an advanced degree. While Niagara Falls City School District has about 1/3 of the number of teachers as Buffalo Public Schools, It currently has only 5 openings. Superintendent Mark Lurie attributes this to robust recruiting efforts, telling me the district had 40 openings in April, and of them only 15 were due to retirees.
I think what we're uniquely poised to do is really start to identify where our openings were going to be in March and start to offer contracts and jobs in late April.
Meanwhile, in a statement, the chief of human resources at Buffalo Public Schools tells me BPS started recruiting in December. She also says 138 openings is low compared to what the district was averaging pre-COVID, which was closer to 200 openings per year. As school districts across the country are facing teacher shortages, Lurie says it's not just about the money, but about what teachers have experienced over the past couple of years.
Teachers are tired. Teachers are more stressed out. Teachers are more concerned about health protocols. COVID brought a lot of it on. And quite frankly, school safety is in the news nearly every day.
Vermore says the Buffalo Teachers Federation is currently in contract negotiations with the district, and salaries are a key item to be discussed. Both Vermore and Lurie tell me the record high inflation was another punch that neither district was prepared to face. Reporting in Buffalo, I'm Emily Gersh.
Developing now, construction kicked off on the town of Tonawanda's Parker Boulevard Complete Streets project. The initiative focused on about a mile of Parker from Englewood to Sheridan Drive. It includes 3 mini roundabouts along with bike lanes. Work zone restrictions are expected to be in place through about the middle of October. And it's a cleanup nearly 10 years in the making in Buffalo's Seneca Babcock neighborhood. Neighbors are breathing a little easier tonight as demolition got underway at a burned out vacant business. For years, neighbors have complained about the air quality, the rats, and more. Fox Buffalo's Kevin Jolly connects with neighbors who say this has been a long time coming.
I'm going to get a new shirt that says nightmare.
Yeah.
I live with a nightmare.
Wow. Diane Lemansky doesn't mince words. That's how she describes decades of living here on Peabody Street in the shadow of the old Battaglia demolition company.
He hasn't cut in the grass. You can see it's all going all over, coming over our fences. The building had a fire last year. Never cleaned that up. We got rats galore. We got the silica dust still blowing around because there's concrete back there. We have no quality of life.
Now, after years of legal battles, the city of Buffalo is stepping in.
Battaglia Demolition has stalled at every opportunity from cleaning up this site. And our building inspectors have worked through the court system to be here today, where this will be cleaned up and taken down to restore some calm and peace to this neighborhood.
Demolition began early Monday morning. Commissioner of Permits and Inspection Services Kathy Amdor says she anticipates 40 truckloads of debris to be removed from the site before the steel framework comes down. In addition to the structure, Amdor says they're also addressing the rat problem.
Mr. Battaglia was supposed to do rodent baiting as part of the court action. He did not do that with professionals, so the city had our demolition contractor do professional rodent baiting to address the rodent issue.
Does this give you any sense of relief at all that you're finally seeing?
It gives us a sense of relief, because of the rodents and that too that come out of there, And plus that building was full of garbage for years and years, and they never even cleaned it up, and the rodents all in there. We used to have sometimes addicts going in there and all that too, It's pretty tough for that.
It's been a mess.
Yes, yeah.
Hernandez says even as the cleanup gets underway, residents want to be assured that it's not making matters worse.
With a combination of following every regulation that is necessary for a situation like this, we're wetting it down, there's air monitoring.
Meantime, Battaglia's legal woes aren't over just yet. Amdor says the Attorney General's office has filed a separate action against Battaglia for concrete debris on the southern edge of the site, and the city plans to make him pay for the cleanup. The total cost is estimated to be about $143,000. The job is expected to take 2 weeks. Kevin Jolly, Fox Buffalo.
Looking ahead, we are 2 days away from the start of the 182nd Erie County Fair. The final preparations underway at the fairgrounds in Hamburg, where the gates will open Wednesday morning at 11. The fair is back in full effect. The the food, the rides, the games, the animals, concerts, and more. The annual tradition was canceled in 2020 because of COVID. It reopened last year with online ticket sales and social distancing requirements. This year, the tickets can once again be purchased at the gates. The fair runs 12 days, Wednesday through Sunday, August 21st. Bills fans, get ready. We are getting a closer reveal of what the team's new home turf will ultimately look like. Pagula Sports and Entertainment's Executive Vice President Ron Requia spoke to WGR 550 Sports Radio today. He says the company is very close to showing the public some detailed renderings of what the stadium will look like inside and out. And while he can't show it off just yet, he did tell the Howard and Jeremy show a few features that the stadium will include. Easier access, they're promising more space to move around, higher seating capacity, and more areas for fans to gather. He says the fans made it especially clear what they'd like to see in a new stadium, and the company will follow through.
Our fans wanted spaces that were conditioned. I've given this example before. When you show up right now to Highmark and our fans are unbelievable, they get there early, they tailgate, you're literally out in, if you don't sit in a club or a suite, you're out in the elements from 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. That's a long time without being able to go inside someplace and have conditioned space.
Requia said the company's focus right now is on reaching long-form agreements with the state and the county by the deadline of September 1st. As we continue, a mental health crisis in children gets worse. And there aren't enough trained professionals in one job to make things better.
It is difficult to fathom, but by mid-August, which is soon, all the heat goes west. We're going to be more mild to warm, so no more 90s in the forecast. You'll see those coming up.
Also ahead tonight, your credit score, that is, may not be as it seems after a big mistake from one of the biggest credit agencies. How to know if you're impacted by this as we continue.